Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Smurf here with the Naraka Bladepoint tips and tricks for 2023, all updated for you guys. First thing I would like to point out before we get into our tips and tricks is that this is a video game and it has a huge skill set and skill curve. You are going to die. Do not get angry. Do not get frustrated. I'm about to die in this clip. Stay tuned and see if I actually make up for this loss here. Very disappointing. But let's get into it. Let's get into the tips. How about that? Tip one, stay close to your teammate. It's very, very important in trios, especially in rank. The further you progress, you're going to see a lot of good players, and they want you to stay close to them. I stay close to my buddy here. He starts getting hit. I take the aggro from him. He goes and maybe heals maybe a little bit, and he's going to come right back, take the aggro. And we're just going to keep trading off and on. Again, this is a great tactic. Great tactic to just switch back and forth, stay close, always engaging. And tip one, it's a great tip. I will get back to you on tip number two. Man, this game's crazy. All right, guys. Tip number two, listen and beware of sounds. It's very, very important that you're always listening. Footsteps matter. Just hearing guns in the background, the bells, just anything you can hear. Like right here, I'm messing with my buddy. Give me a chorus is my buddy in my chamber. I'm shooting and I'm messing with him. But here's the thing: is it drew somebody to us. My buddy hears a sound. He goes, "Hey, somebody's here." And I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like, sure as hell, somebody is here. So we run over there, and that's just from the sound of me messing with them. I'm just shooting the cannon to mess with them, and so we go ahead and get this kill, quick and easy, just woo whopping the shit out of this guy. And just like that, we can revert back to tip number one: stay close to your buddy, because something like this will happen. And then here comes the buddy late. Don't do that. It's very easy to see you or your buddy run off to go get some awesome loot, and you guys just get picked off, and then both of you are dead. So stay close to your teammate. Here in a second, I'm going to start shooting with the cannon again. I want you guys to see that when you are making a bunch of loud noise, people will come. People like the sound of it, and if you are listening, that's something that you should always run to. People making a bunch of noise. That means you could third party. You can jump in right after the fight or during the fight, get a few kills, a few extra kills. So you can see I'm shooting the cannon. My buddy Gimme, he ran off, but he's always staying reasonably close because here I hear somebody, I make the call out, hey, I hear somebody. On the mini map, I already see him. He's already on his way back. I look over, I can see the outline of him. And so, staying close to your buddy is still tip number one. But again, making a loud noise, you got to be aware of that. I will get back to you guys on tip three. All right, guys. Tip three: be the hunter, not the hunted. One of the biggest rules in a battle royale. You want to seek your opponent and destroy. You don't want somebody always constantly grappling onto you while you're running away. I prefer not to hide in these bushes that you just seen there where it makes you invisible, hiding in the trees. Be the hunter. Um, to see people in trees, you can utilize your grapple. Run around with your grapple cocked and you will see up in the trees, or if you're up in the trees itself, you will be able to see other people in short distant trees. So you always want to be looking out for that. I've seen a lot of people hiding in these trees, a lot of people hiding in these bushes, and it just reminds me of old Fortnite where people used to hide in the bushes and actually get away with it. And then eventually, everybody learned of it and they started checking all the bushes. It's kind of already what I do. I try to check all the bushes. I want to find my prey. So that would be tip number three is be the hunter. Do not be the hunted. You will die. Maybe get lucky one time or two times, but you will eventually die, and it will be a bad practice. Um, so, a little side tip is don't stay in one area too long. Reverts back to tip two. You're making a bunch of sound doing fighting, and people will keep continually coming up, and they'll try and kill you. So it kind of reverts back to tip one, where you don't want to stay in one place, don't want to make a whole bunch of noise where people are coming up and realizing that hey, you got the better loot than them. I'm gonna get him, or hey, he's weak. Tip four: use environment. So, um, Naraka now has these little bots, and the bots are amazing. You find one of these bots, they make a bunch of humming, buzzing noises, and they have this little swirling thing on the ground. You go and pick one up, and he flies around near you. He is going to always constantly be healing your shield. You can see in the bottom left corner that he is, in fact, healing my shield. It is slow. Do not rely on this, but utilize it. Use your environment. There's a bunch of blessings where you can get money, just a bunch of stuff. Tip five: Soul Jades. Soul Jades are one of the most important things in this game that I was kind of confused about at first. You can stack them, but you can only stack so many, or certain ones. So attack goes up to plus 16. Don't stack anything over that because you're not really going to get a whole lot out of it. Start using maybe your health or melee resistance. It all depends on how you play. If you watch me, watch my streams, or are planning to watch my streams, you will see that I usually run two health or one health, one melee, and the rest attack, especially early game. That's how I run early game. All my blues. Two health, the rest attack. The further I get, um, the more you find, like, here's a chest. This is the best way to get your soul jades. for best bang for your buck at least. So you're gonna, you might see a few soul jades you like, you might not. So I mean, what else do? You go and find kills, of course. You go out and you be the hunter. You revert back to your other tips. You're gonna go out and hunt your soul jades if you cannot afford them. So I have Soul Slash. I only have one gold one, one legendary. So we're gonna go out and we're gonna find some. Basically, that's what I just hollered to my friend. So we're gonna go get a few more kills, and we're gonna see if they have any purple soul jades for us. I think that is probably my favorite way, best way to find soul jades. I do stack up money just solely for soul jades, but I mean, free's free, and I like free. Um, my name's Jimmy. I'll take what you give me. If it ain't free, it ain't for me. So we're gonna woo up these guys. We're gonna look in here, and we are going to find the soul jades that we want. So now we have Infernal Rush for, or slash, sorry, Infernal Slash for my greatsword. Um, so again, the best farming is just killing and taking, even kind of mid game. If you're only rocking blue, um, it's better than running up with none. Um, and I'll see you guys at the next tip. All right, guys. Tip five: weapon durability. The color of your weapon is its durability. It doesn't produce more damage, so remember that. If I have a common greatsword, it does as much damage as a gold. Tip six is movement, and it's a very, very important one in Naraka. If you see here, I'm using the slash and dodge to move a little faster. That is the great sword. Um, each weapon has its own unique pattern. My great sword slash, of course, is a little different from a dagger. There are combos and unique things that you can do, unique mechanics to make yourself faster. I suggest that you guys go watch, get your favorite weapon and watch as many videos as you can. Grappling and then using an attack at the end of your grapple can launch you up in your air. It helps your movement tremendously. So movement is a big, big one. Um, I'll let you guys watch the rest of this, and I'll see you at the next tip. All right, guys. Tip seven: call outs and pings. Now, here is a good one. You can't hear the audio, but me and Gimme a Course are calling out everything we see. We're doing a lot of talking. We're buddies, but I would do the same for a stranger in a lobby. Tell somebody, hey, I found some armor. Hey, I found a bounty contract. Should we do it? Should we go hit the brass bell 3 times? Should we salute? Hey, is that a guy over there? I hear movement in your direction. Is that you? Is that somebody else? Just talking, pinging. If you can't talk, ping. Like right up here, we're gonna about to get into a fight, and I actually take the right side, even though he cuts across. He's closer to the Gimme a Course. Gimme a Course actually jumps over him to take the guy that he pinged over on the other side. And so, communication is key to a lot of things. And in Naraka, especially in duos, or if you're playing ranked trios or ranked duos, you want to have good communication. And that also involves pinging. Ping stuff out. Help your buddy. If you see a shield that you don't need, go ahead and ping it for your buddy. It helps him. All right, guys. Tip 8, situational awareness. This tip is the one that made it so I was a better Battle Royale player in general. Look around. Not only should you listen, but you should always look around. There's a dead silence perk in this game, so you can't hear footsteps so well. Another one is sometimes people don't use grapples so often. They can sneak up on you. So just always look around. Bushes, trees, they can jump out of anywhere. So just always be looking around. Um, so at the beginning of the clip, I we died. We died before this game that you're seeing now. And so this is the last fight right here, and I have died. I am not upset. I just sat down to make this video for you guys.